everyone and welcome to our Understanding the World lesson. So today children, we are going to be making a piece of artwork related to Holi. So Holi is the Hindu festival of colour. So to celebrate Holi, normally what you would do is you would throw colour at each other. But we're not going to do that. We're going to make a beautiful big piece of artwork that I'm going to put together so that we can put in our school so everybody can see our lovely work. So to do this children, you are going to need a white piece of material. So I have suggested to your mummies and dads that you could use a pillowcase because that's probably the easiest thing that you'll have at home. I have already got some white material and all I've done is I've used a pillowcase and cut it up into one long strip, okay? And then I have laid it down onto the table. You're also going to need some food colouring powder. So Miss Singh has got different colours of food colouring powder and you're going to need bright colours. So it doesn't matter if you haven't got lots of colour, as long as they're bright, that's okay. So what you're going to also need is a bowl of water. Okay, so to start with children, what you're going to do is you're going to have to either tie your hair back or make sure that you've got an apron on or something like that, because the food colouring powder does not come out of your clothes. So Miss Singh is rolling her sleeves up because I don't have an apron and I'm tying my hair back. Next children, what you are going to do is you're going to get your material and you're going to put it into some water. So you're just going to scrunch it up like a ball and put it into water. Now you're not going to put the whole thing in, you're just going to dab a little bit in. And once so some parts are dry, some parts are wet. Once you've done that, you're going to lay it down. What you're then going to do, children, is you are going to get your powder and in the style of Holi, which would normally be where we would get paint powder and throw it at each other, we're going to get our powder and we're going to throw it onto the paper. Now try to scatter it. So when Miss Singh says scatter, it means spread it out. So don't just throw it in one area, try to spread the colour out a little bit at a time. And you want to take your time with this because you don't want to rush it. You want to make something really pretty and really beautiful. So then once you've done one colour, you're going to get your next colour and Miss Singh is going to pinch with her 3 fingers and I'm going to just drop the powder, and I'm not going to put it everywhere. I'm going to choose certain areas. So if you have a look closely, Miss Singh has only put colour in certain places. And I'm making sure that some of the dry has paint on it, some of the wet has paint on it. And I'm just going to keep doing this. And I'm just going to spread it out. Making sure it looks like a beautiful sky of colours. So you're just going to keep spreading the colour out, making sure that you keep changing the colour so that you can have different colours overlapping each other. So a bit like yesterday when you were doing textures, you just want to keep going over the same colours and you want to have those lovely layers so that you can see some colours that have got brown underneath, then you might stick green on top like Miss Singh's doing. Then you might want to go back to blue and have a layer of blue on top. So you've got this layer of different colours. So look, Miss Singh's got lots of lovely layers if you look closely. So there's brown, then there's green, then there's blue, then there's brown on top. So Miss Singh's going to go back to like a reddy orange. And I'm just going to sprinkle it on the top. And I'm not using all of it, and I'm going to go back to blue because blue's nice and bright. So we're just throwing it. We're like drizzling it and throwing it. So I'm going to go back to green. And I'm going to throw it now. So I get different types of drops. So if you have a look closely, children, when I throw it, it falls differently. When I drizzle it, it's like a bit of a rain shower. And that's us finished, children. So I'm going to rub my hands off it. So if you want to have a look closely, Miss Singh has made a lovely piece of artwork. And what I'm going to do, children, is I'm not going to lift it, I'm going to just leave it to dry, because if I lift it, all the powder's going to go everywhere. And I'm just going to leave it to dry, and then when it's finished, you're going to see a lovely texture of hard and soft. Now, can you remember what texture meant? That's right, it meant the feel of material. So we're going to have different textures and different layers of colour, which layers is when you overlap colours. A bit like a sandwich, that's a layer. So, if you have a go at this, could you take a picture or take a video and upload it to Tapestry? And if you may want to make more than one, that would be amazing, because I think you might get through this quite quickly. But children, remember, take your time with it and make sure you think about where you're putting your colour. Don't just put it in the centre, in the middle. Think about putting it on the edge, in a corner, up above. Make sure you spread it all out and make sure you have your colours spread out. Okay, I hope to see you soon for more artwork. Bye!